Today, Precarious plays
Samurai Legend Musashi. Numbers. Numbers in games?
Yes, well, numbers in general. You've always been in the small, meaningful numbers camp, as opposed to the large, granular numbers camp, with very few exceptions.
This guy is probably the biggest exception, and I rationalize that by just mentally dividing things into different, tiers of play.
Yeah.
So, after a certain point in the game, if you're not familiar with Disgaea, the Disgaea series, Nippon Ichi style of strategy RPGs, many of them have a level cap of 9,999.
Which seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah, but really, the way it actually works is normally, the first time you're playing through the game, you're really only going to care about levels 1 to 99, like in a more traditional, more tame RPG. And then it's on subsequent playthroughs or special bonus maps. That's whenever level 100, whenever you get to badass tier.
Yeah.
And all of the enemies are interstellar demons from the far reaches of space or whatever.
Yeah, and your main character's eyes narrow to a squint with a smirk.
Whenever you're at level 100, at that level, you're basically just level 1 again.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Everything, I just sort of stick mental decimal points in all of my stats.
Yeah.
So even if before I was super duper strong and I had 1,000 attack, now it's more like having 1.136 attack.
Oh, yeah, and rating games.
Oh, yeah.
Numerically rating games is always very silly to begin with, but
if I'm going to do it,
if pressed, it's on a scale of 1 to 5 at the maximum. Usually it's 1 to 3.
Yeah, normally it's 1 to 3. For me, 1 is a game that is...
Oh, she's pretty.
Sort of generally underwhelming, and most people will probably be okay avoiding it. Even dedicated fans of a genre or a series would struggle with it. 2 is pretty good. A lot of people are probably going to be happy playing this. Their lives will be enriched in some way. And then a 3 is a game that, if you like games and you're just familiar with them already, playing it should just more or less, you're going to wind up being happy.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time. And that also, I think, says a lot about how I feel about games and what's important to me in games. Because the only games that...
Her name is Fontina. That's another cheese.
And also her glasses. You can see her glasses are super broken. Hold on here.
You're Fontina, maiden of water, right? I've come to get you out of here. Think you can walk?
Oh my god.
So she's like,
What's wrong? Oh man, she passed out.
Yeah, and she passes it immediately.
Guess I'll have to carry her for now. His voice sounds inappropriate with that character model. He should sound older.
Yeah, so there's one thing that I've been thinking about. And that is, if this is the same Musashi, as in Brave Fencer Musashi, if this is supposed to be the same character, and I do not know if it is, but you know what? Let's talk about it like it is, right? I do think that it is interesting that I believe in the first game... Oh, sorry, miss.
She's napping anyway. She'd be alright.
So I think it's interesting that in the first game, in Brave Fencer, Musashi could only temporarily borrow techniques from enemies. So I think it is a cool bit of progression for the series that Musashi has improved enough to permanently borrow techniques.
Right, as a person. Yeah, I like to see characters progress through series.
It's one of the things that, personally, I like the most about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, well, and it always breaks my heart when people really hate on sequels.
Yeah.
especially when it's not particularly deserved. Because sometimes I like the changes. I like seeing things change and develop. Like, if you just wanted to play more of the same game, go back and play the same game again. That's probably a good idea. But I like seeing things change. It's interesting. And, you know, for the better or worse, of course, but still.
I've always thought, because for a long time, I've tried to be very critical and analytical of the design in the games that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it matters, you know?
But for a long time, I just decided that if they have the money and like the production support to do it, they should everybody that can do it should not be afraid to have a second go at a design for a game. Everybody should get a second chance if they can swing one. Mm-hmm. You know?
Like, to make it more of what they intended. Or, you know, or better, or just different playing with different ideas on the same universe. Because when you invest in like, to make a game like this, you do have to, good games have a nice little universe built around them, and it's kind of sad to not play in them more, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, think of what a legacy Zelda has at this point.
Yeah, and there are...
Oh, dear God. What is he doing?
I'm super happy that I spent so much time getting that defensive technique.
Oh, God.
I was going to try and go break open the crates for health, but I was just decided that the sweet, chilled embrace of death would be better.
I mean, chilled embraces of
Take
death.
me into the night, cool, cold, icy death.
Oh, God.
It's better than this.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at...
Okay, alright. Look at how much damage he did to my health bar.
Oh my gosh, is there a little skeleton in that beast's belly?
No, it's the same guy. It's the same mech model as before.
Yeah, but all of a sudden I saw a face in his belly. Like a Krang style... Why is he underground? Man, he's trying so much harder. I think it's because you're not on the elevator. I think that this boss is harder now because of like your physical environment.
Well, it's because he's got the home field advantage because he's a mining machine.
Exactly. That's kind of cool. See, that's a cool way to reuse an enemy, you know? Like, fighting them in a different zone. Making it more... Not just more difficult, but differently difficult.
Well, one of my favorite battles with Ridley in the Metroid series is towards the beginning of Metroid Prime 3. Mm-hmm. Have you played that one, or have you seen me play it much? I once played it.
No, I haven't.
So, you fight a very tried and true boss, right?
Right.
Oh, thanks, game. Okay, I got it.
I didn't.
They threw MP orbs at me, so that way I would think to use the ground trimmer.
Oh, nice of them.
Now, if somebody else would have picked up on that... Well, okay.
Oh, now.
Well...
Thanks, but no thanks, bro. God.
Aha! Ooh, that was a lot of damage, I guess. You know what? We're gonna... It's really tempting. Little finger gun, little master hand. No, master hand, go back. Yeah, I'm sure. No, here, we're gonna beat Drillbot 9000 next time.
Oh. You can do it.
I don't know if I can do it. Like, I mean, like the whole game, because my taste has changed.
Yeah.
And my tolerance has changed. I'm not as willing to put up with bullshit. Mm-hmm. Because the fact of the matter was, here, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. You take down the time.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is, the summer that I bought this game, It was like one of 2 games that I was going to have over like a 6-month period.
Yeah.
So, of course, I sat and played through it the whole time. Right now,
In a house full of games?
I could be doing any other thing.
Oh.